behalf of the Society of African American Men, we would like to bring to you the Gentleman's Stand-Up Part 1. In this session, we will be discussing the word swagger. What is swagger? People have their different definitions of the word swagger. We were able to go on campus and gather some views about the word. Take a look.
Sweating?
Swagger?
Oh, sweater.
No, swagger.
My definition of swagger is the way a person, be it female or male, carries themselves. So, sort of their attitude, their personality.
Well, I really have no idea what it is, but if I really had to guess, it sounds like some type of dancing thing, I suppose.
Style?
Okay.
I don't know, it's a tough word to define.
Okay, style, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with style.
Okay, style, okay.
Sum it up in one word.
Jeff?
I think everybody has their own personal definition, but if I were to say mine, it would be how you carry yourself, being laid back, not caring about anything.
Swagger, I would say, is a behavior of individuals indicating a high degree of confidence in something.
It's kind of simple though. Swagger, that's just your confidence level, how you appear to other people, how you want to come across to people.
Swagger. See, back in my day, they used to call it a strut, but don't spread it.
My definition of swagger is just the way you act. It's not the way you walk or the way you talk. It's just your whole being.
Okay, that's what's up. See?
I mean, just your character. how people view you. You know, your swagger. Some people have a swagger just to, you know, have a little, you know, a Lil Wayne. There's a Lil Wayne swagger, and then there's a college boy swagger.
Okay.
Swagger is like, it's categories of me. I'm a college boy. I got a college boy swagger now.
When I think of swagger, I don't know if this is like true, but I think like smooth and and clean and dresses nice and.
I don't know, it's like how people act, how they present themselves.
Oh.
That sort of thing. Like,
Yeah.
of course, how they dress, but how they present themselves to others and everything.
Basically, just how a person, a fellow acts. You know, his style, the way he walks, dress. You know, that certain personality about that person. You know it basically anywhere. If you describe that person and someone else doesn't know him, and you say a certain thing about him, and it dawns on them, oh yeah, I know that guy. You know, and that's just by his swagger, by the way he acts. You know, that certain thing about a certain person. That's what swagger is.
I think that swagger is a certain way that people walk, and it has a lot to do with nonverbal communication.
Okay.
So you really need to watch your nonverbal communication, especially when you're talking to future employers.
Welcome back. As we continue our analysis of the word swagger, the question comes to mind. How do you obtain swagger, if you can obtain swagger? Let's look at the responses.
I would imagine so. I would imagine if a person becomes very skilled at something, and that they have developed expertise, then they might develop a swagger.
Okay.
Now there's a personality aspect to it too. Some people are kind of naturally humble, and I don't think they would have a swagger.
Okay.
Other people who might be less humble might have a swagger.
You can make it up, but most people can tell if it is fake. You know, for the most, I see a lot of freshman kids come up here and they see these rap videos and they come up here and feel like they can make a new start. Like, you know, they can build a whole new swagger. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were some geek in high school or something, then they come up here and like, I can have a whole new start, you know, and make them a swagger. And do it like that.
But it's not them.
But it's really not them.
Okay.
Now, swagger is not necessarily something you're born with. You can be. it comes from the environment that you were raised in, or the friends that you hang around, and just you. So yeah, you can have a swagger, but if it's real or not, you know, it just depends on how you want to do it. I mean, you can have fake swagger, I think.
I don't think swagger can be acquired at all. It's just how you are.
I think if you're hanging around with people that swagger a lot, you might start to swagger to fit in.
Okay.
Or I think it's also a way that people like to express themselves.
No, because then it would be fake and it wouldn't be your own. You can't acquire it.
Okay.
Swagger is what you want it to be. It's what you make it. So
you can acquire swagger by just being yourself. You know, basically finding out, knowing who you are, how you like to dress, how you like to treat certain people. You know, that way, that image portrays throughout everybody that you meet, and they always know you for that certain thing. That's your swagger.
I think everyone has swagger. I don't think that it is something you acquire. It can be sort of, you know, a nerdy swagger, a sexy swagger, or a negative, sort of unattractive swagger. So I think everyone has it. I think it's just a matter of putting the adjective in front of it.
By attending Men's Week, for sure. I have no idea.
I don't know, take a class, get with some friends who are not, like, good at presenting themselves.
Hi. My partner had to pay some bills, so picking up where he left off, we're at defining what is good and bad swagger. Let's see some of the responses.
I think a good swagger is when, you know, you continuously keep yourself up. You know, the standard of man, how you want to be, how you want to portray yourself in the public. That's a good swagger. A bad swagger is when you are disrespectful to women. You know, the way you treat women in general in public, you know, as opposed to the way you would treat them in a private matter. You know, sometimes your swagger will actually get you a lot further than, you know, a bad swagger. You know, a good swagger is a good thing to have. So, you know, generalize yourself, know yourself, be yourself. That's the best swagger to have.
Good swagger, I guess, would be when you're expressing yourself if you're excited about something. Bad swagger, I guess, would be if you have an attitude about certain things and you don't want to express bad attitude to someone else that you're trying to work with.
I didn't even know you could have good and bad swagger.
Okay, okay.
So, I wasn't aware.
Oh, okay. Well, Jeff?
So swagger is morally neutral until you apply it.
Okay.
Bad swagger would be if you were trying too hard.
yeah, there's that. And I'd also say bad swagger is if, well, you might think it's not bad, but when you come across to everyone else as being overly arrogant or something like that, then it can be bad for you.
Good swagger is one where a person has the confidence and they're willing to help other people achieve confidence themselves by what they know. Bad swagger is where a person is very self-centered and probably is not receptive to advice from other people.
Good and bad swagger. Okay, a good swagger, and I guess swagger is mostly in terms of males, so I'll put it in terms of males as far as good and bad swagger. So bad swagger would be a guy who just thinks, I don't want to swear, but who just thinks he is all that and a bag of chips, and who thinks that he has just everybody, all the girls just all over him, and just treats women, basically degrades them. Whereas good swagger would be a male who knows how to treat women, who knows how to respect women for who they are and what they are, and doesn't objectify them.
Maybe overly cocky.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to swear? No, probably not. Alright,
They're editing it, John.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, let's see. like demeaning to others, like other girls, other things like that.
Yeah, if they come off as like a fathead and all into themselves, that's a turn off, obviously.
Swagger is a swagger. It's, you know, you can't have a bad swagger. Like your swagger is your swagger. I mean, I guess it depends on the people on the outside looking at you, but a swagger is just the way you carry yourself. So,
in your opinion,
I guess you would say a bad swagger is maybe a gangbanger in jail. He got a swagger.
Okay.
Maybe that's bad. I don't know. Whatever got him there.
Hi. Going into our last phase of the analysis of swagger, the question that we posed to the individuals on MTU's campus, it was, you know, how would they define their own personal swagger?
Dress, man.
Okay.
Dress.
Now?
Well, not basically now, but I guess that would be all the time, you know.
All right.
We're always continuously matching no matter what it is. You know, bracelets, watches.
All right.
You know, you gotta have your own certain style, you know. Be you. Do you.
Hi, I'm Allie, and my swagger is my outrageousness. By being totally outrageous, that's what makes me cute. And it's my best attribute, as well as my red hair. So.
Yeah.
My swagger is I just kind of throw on clothes that are comfortable.
Yeah.
Walk down, eat some food, throw a toothpick in my mouth when I'm done, head back up to the room.
That's
I'm from Detroit. That's my swag.
You know, I dress how I think how I should look, how my attitude is. You know, I want people to know kind of who I am before they know who I am. They just look at me like.
On a basketball court, if someone takes a shot and makes it over me and they say, "Gotcha," that's an example of swagger.
From analyzing the definition of swagger to seeing how or if one can acquire swagger, to seeing the good and the bad side of swagger, or actions, ways that we can portray our swagger, we can easily conclude from the video responses that swagger is one's own personal demeanor or the way that they come off to other individuals. At this time, we feel that we can let you know that you can define your swagger. We can define our swagger. What is your swagger?